Hello everyone, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. For today's session of Daily Stock, we are going to consider the buzzing stock of Meta, the parent company of social media giants, including the FB, the Facebook, the Instagram, WhatsApp, and also we have the new platform which is considered as a rival to the Twitter, the Threads. So all these social media platforms are the offerings from the Meta, and the company is also working for the development of the metaverse, for which it is spending sizable amount of money, incurring losses, and it is continuing the efforts for the development of these metaverse, the kind of extension when we have the augmented reality fused with reality. That is a topic for another day. Today, the Meta's results are driving its share price higher by around 6 percentage point at the moment from the levels of yesterday's close. And this surge is being driven by better than expected quarterly earnings, where the Meta has surprised most of the analysts by posting these higher than expected earnings, which are basically being driven by better, or you can say increased ad revenue on back of better targeting of ads with the help of new tools, AI included. And this is also one stock where the AI is helping drive the efficiency. We already have seen couple of stocks, including the Nvidia and Google, over last couple of sessions where we talked about the AI pushing the revenues of these companies higher, and Meta is also one such key tech player where the AI wave is going to help the company drive its revenues higher. The operating margin is likely to get better, and also it has been able to better monetize the reel feature from the Instagram, and as a result of that it has shown quite robust growth of double digit figure, the 11 percentage point growth in the revenues, which is the best growth it has delivered over last couple of years. And on top of that, it has also done some cost cutting. Earlier in the year, it had announced mass layoff as the company felt that it has overhired during the pandemic phase, and now it needed to train that workforce. So that has resulted in the cost cutting, and the expenses of the company have gone down, and that has also helped it increase the net profit by around 16 percentage point. So we have these double dose of increased revenues and reduction in expenses. If we look at the fine print of the quarterly results, there has been increase in the expenses, but the pace of increase in expenses is lower than the pace of increase in revenues. So we have these better margins. Hello, Muhammad. You can post your query here if you have anything to say about this stock, the Meta, which is buzzing in today's session. It is a volume gainer. It has seen quite increased participants by the various investors, and it's better than expected earnings, and also the future guidance has helped it in crossing above the US dollar 300 level. And I think for next couple of sessions we are likely to see these bullish undertone playing out, and we will also be going into the technicals of the stocks, and we will see what are the levels which we can target. Before that, we have to look at the fundamentals, The fundamental factors are ultimately the decisive factors in the share price of any company, and we have these quarterly earnings which were released yesterday, and the effect of it which we are feeling in today's session in the share price of the Meta. Now, if we consider the quarterly earnings from the Facebook, the Meta, we have, as I said, the revenue growth of 11 percentage point, and the net income has risen by 16 percentage point, as it has reduced its workforce, making it more efficient. If we go into the fine print of these quarterly reports, you will see that the percent change in the revenue, cost and expenses have also risen, but the pace of growth of the expenses is less. The operating margin remains the same, but the net income, you can notice here, has gone up substantially, and most of the other parameters, metrics are quite positive for the company. Here, the daily active people was higher with increase of 7 percentage point year on year. The monthly active people are also higher. So all these metrics are pointing to the positive side for the company. Ad impression and price per ad has also gone up, so that has helped companies raise more revenue, and also it has continued to spend on the initiatives which it feels is likely to bring the company benefits in the coming years, not this year. So the capital expenditure is there. It is spending heavily on its initiatives in metaverse. So that is there. But even after considering all these factors, we have better than expected quarterly earnings. And if we look at the EPS, it is better than analyst call at US dollar 2.98 per share, which is up 21 percentage points year on year. So that's a remarkable growth in earnings for shareholders. So this is the reason, and along with this, we have a rosy picture being painted for the coming quarters, and market participants are factoring in this forward guidance as well with this higher price. So I feel that with this momentum in the share price of the Meta, we need to keep looking for the opportunities to go buy. For that, we will consider its technicals and what are the key levels which we can target, what are the levels which we can watch out, and then go for the trade whenever we feel that the risk reward ratio is favorable. Let us now head to the technical for the company. Is the daily chart, and if we look at the share price, it has almost tripled in the span of around 8 9 months. At the end of last year, it was trading close to $110 per share. Now it is almost three times over, with today's high being made little shy of US dollar 330 per share, and the possibility of it continuing this bull run and crossing above the 330 is quite strong. For the last couple of days, it was in a corrective phase with this consolidation happening for last 2 3 days around US dollar 290 levels, and from there on, it has risen up by 10 percentage points, 6 percentage point growth came in today's session itself. And if we have to go for the trade, I feel buy is the word to keep in mind, because shorting at the current juncture, I don't really feel that is a prudent decision to make, because it is clearly making these higher highs and higher lows. So as long as the immediate low of little below US dollar 290 per share hold, I would be in a search of buying opportunities, and for that we can always look at the lower time frame charting and see where it is holding, what are the levels to consider in near term, and for that we can rely on these charting of hourly. So in next couple of sessions, these are the levels to watch out for. If we have to mark these levels, let me see what are the tools I can use. Long line. So this is the level on the lower side. Here we had the consolidation for the meta here. Earlier it was consolidating with these highs, capping the price of the meta for almost 2 weeks, and from there on finally we got this break, and next time around it again came back to find support close to these key levels, and now we have this formation of higher high and higher low. So for next couple of weeks, this is the level to watch out for, and as long as this level holds, we have the reason to believe in the continuity of the momentum, and that we will do well to keep looking for the buying opportunities. And for that, today we will need to go for a wait and watch mode, because the meta has already shown these substantial rise. So this is not the level to give us a good risk reward ratio, because our stop loss is going to be wider below this prior swing low. So because of that, the risk reward ratio is not favorable, and that is going to be a factor to keep in mind, even though the momentum is on the side of the buyers, side of the bulls. So this is the level around this immediate swing low. If we see that in today's session and also in tomorrow's session, if the price holds above the level of US dollar 305 per share, we can think about going for a buy on dip trade in next week to see how things unfold and how the price action unfolds for next session or two. And then if it is showing the signs of stabilizing and not declining much, then of course we have our chances. We have good probability of seeing the rally in the LV regime again, and which is buzzing, which is happening, and you feel that this is a good story to become high volume, high turnover stock, and I will try to cover those in coming sessions. So thank you all for joining in. See you around in the next session, next day, that is tomorrow.